All right. Hi, everyone. What we're going to do is Sarah and I are going to go over some things that you've already seen in your new coach training, but things that are so important that we wanted to bring you here and review them again. And if you had your Getting Started Right call with your upline sponsor coach, you probably heard these things then, but we really want to drill these into your head because if you do nothing else besides these things, you will be successful. So let me share my screen. All right, so the first thing I want to go over is the 4 vital behaviors. Because when I was a new coach, these weren't really drilled into me, and I think I was like 3 months into coaching, and someone mentioned there were 3 at that point, and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So these are super important. So I'm not going to go in this order. I'm going to go in the order that I personally think is the most important. Number 1 is being a product of the product. So this means that you are doing your workout and you are drinking your shake and you are posting about it on social media. If you are doing your workouts and drinking your shakes, but you're not telling anybody about it, then you're not going to be successful because nobody is going to know what you are doing. And I know that you all have different goals for coaching. Some of you want to be full-time coaches, others are kind of dabbling in it. But regardless of your ultimate goal, it's a good idea to be putting it out there and sharing what you are doing because you never know who you are inspiring by sharing that you are working out at home and you're getting it done in 30 minutes and your kids are being a part of it, or they're distracting you, or you're incorporating them in some way. That really resonates with people. So share that workout because I think that's the number one thing that people struggle with, is that they don't have the time. They can't afford a gym membership. They can't get into the car and drive to the gym and drop their kids off or leave their kids in a daycare. So share how convenient it is for you to work at home. Every time you post about your workout, it doesn't have to be an invitation to join a group, but you are adding value. And that's something you're going to hear me talk about a lot is adding value. The number one way to get people to follow you, to actually look at what you're posting, to type your name in and to go to your page every day is by adding value to the marketplace. And that's the number one way to increase your income is by adding value. If you are just simply posting to post, people aren't really going to be wowed. You're not going to be a scroll stopper. But if you are providing tips, if you're providing motivation, if you're providing stories, if you're providing laughter, then people are going to take the time to stop and read your posts whenever you post. So don't just post to post. Always think to yourself, okay, what am I doing here? Am I entertaining? Am I educating? Am I informing? Am I adding value? So being a product of the product is really important, and sharing it is really important. So that brings me to inviting. So inviting is, some people think that's the number 1 most important vital behavior. I think it's kind of number 2, because if you're not working on yourself, it's going to be really hard to invite and help anyone else. So inviting, and this falls into 2 different methods. So the first one is just public invitations to challenge groups, to the coaching opportunity, etc. So you should be co-hosting or adding challengers to your upline's challenge group. So if you don't know when the next one is happening, talk to your upline coach and see when their next challenge group is happening. And you need to start advertising that challenge group immediately, like today. So if you have a challenge group starting on November 1st, you don't want to wait until October 25th to start advertising it, because let me tell you, it takes a long time for people to commit to things. I recently heard that it takes people 7 times hearing or seeing something before they truly believe in it and do it. So you have to keep putting it out there. And if you're worried about oversaturating your friends and annoying them, remember Facebook's algorithm, only 3 to 10% of your friends see your posts. So they're not going to see all of your posts. So keep putting it out there. So you need to be consistently inviting, making advertisements, or just what I've been doing is really just sprinkling these advertisements into my daily posts. So last night, for example, I posted a picture of me holding my butternut squash soup, and I talked about how there were a few sprinkles of bacon and croutons on there because I'm all about balance. And if you want to get fit and still eat well, join my challenge group. So it wasn't an explicit, obnoxious join my challenge group advertisement. It was very sly and actually got a bunch of responses, private messages through that. Today I posted my transformation, a 7-month transformation photo, and I got a ton of people that messaged me from that one. And it wasn't an explicit one. It was just like, here's my transformation. So you saw, or I don't think you saw this in your training yet. But when you get to that day, don't always think that you have to have an explicit advertisement. You can sprinkle in these invitations to join challenge groups in just your normal posts. That's why it's important to be a product with product and be showing that you're working out, and you can sprinkle in, hey, who wants to join me? Who wants to do what I do? Let me know. The other type of invitation is private messages. That's kind of on the back end, behind the scenes. You want to be messaging people who have expressed interest. You want to follow up with them. And what you're going to learn is that a no almost always means not right now. So when people say, oh yes, I'm interested, and then you tell them the price, you're probably then going to hear crickets, or they're going to say, no, I can't afford that, or no, this isn't for me. And that's fine. Remember, that's kind of like checking things off your box, or off your list. You have 7 boxes of them saying no, of hearing it before they're going to say yes. And as a matter of fact, today a girl messaged me, and I called her on the phone. So I do that a lot. When people say, can I have more info? I always say, I prefer getting on the phone because it's easier, or you go up for a phone call. Because once you have them on the phone, you can really gauge their interest level and give them more information, and they can hear your excitement as well. So anyway, I got this girl on the phone, and turns out she had originally contacted me about 8 months ago. 8 months ago, and it took her 8 months to finally come back, and today she bought the challenge back. So a no always means not right now, okay? So you need to be inviting publicly and behind the scenes. Next is personal development. You need to be doing this consistently, because this is going to give you the confidence to keep posting, to keep talking about what you're doing, and then to deal with those no's and to deal with those objections. So I know that when I started, and when Sarah started, when Natasha started, we're all in education. So we're like, we don't need this. Like, we have professional development all the time. I was taking doctoral classes, so I was like, I don't need that. I'm, doing all of this scholarly reading on leadership. But it's really 2 different things. So do not write this off. 1, listen to the national wake-up calls. So go to your podcast app, search for Team Beachbody Coach, and start to look for those podcasts and listen to those. The first time, listen to it the whole way through. And then after that, fast forward about 10 minutes in and just listen to the meat of the call. But you can also use Audible, and you can listen to audiobooks there, or you can actually read books. I usually listen to them, and I heard on National Wake Up Call, the best tip is always pair a mindless activity with a mindful one. So whenever I'm cleaning or cooking or driving or whatever, taking a shower, I have an audiobook playing. So right now I'm listening to like 3 different audiobooks, depending on what I'm in the mood for or what I need to be hearing at that time. So I'm always listening to audiobooks. My daughter, we never turn the TV on. We never listen to music. I couldn't tell you what a popular song is today, because we're always listening to books. And then lastly is recognition. So the number 1 reason why people leave their job is due to a lack of recognition. They feel undervalued. So we don't want that culture here. So you see, if you follow my page, I have been recognizing people out the wazoo over the past week, because that's really important. So when somebody buys a challenge pack, you can give them a shout out and say, hey, congratulations to so-and-so. They're taking their first step on this health and wellness journey. When you have your first coach sign up, you want to shout them out. When your coach sells their first challenge pack, shout them out. When your challengers lose weight and share those successes with you, share those, shout them out. Everybody loves that recognition. So that is the 4th vital behavior. And that's the one that Beachbody just added. They just realized that that was really, really critical to ongoing success. So when challengers feel like their work their work and their efforts and their successes are being acknowledged, they're more likely to keep going. And same with coaches when you develop your team. Okay, so those are the 4 vital behaviors, and I'm going to pass it on to Sarah now.
Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about a little bit about Success Club. And Success Club is kind of like the biggest benchmark that we have to kind of gauge our business growth on the month to month. So what you guys want to be focusing on as new coaches is hitting Success Club in your first 3 consecutive months. And what that does is qualifies you as a success starter. And as a success starter, you are going to earn a free call with Carl Deichler, plus a free ticket to Coach Summit, which is our big national kind of convention where coaches come from all over the US and Canada. We were in Nashville this last summer, and we're going to be in New Orleans next summer. So this ticket it's a big deal. It's a couple $100 just given to you for helping you to, or encouraging you to set a strong foundation to your business. And it also, just like I said, it builds that roadblock. So you're probably wondering, okay, how do I become a success starter? So we're going to talk a little bit about how to earn Success Club points and what that looks like. Ashley, you go to the next slide. Thank you. Oh.
That's all I have.
Okay. Well, we'll just talk about how to earn Success Club. For some reason, I thought we had another slide here. So you earn Success Club points a couple of different ways. You earn Success Club points by connecting new customers with challenge packs, which is a bundle of a program and Shakeology. Most of you probably at some point purchased a challenge pack. And when you sell a challenge pack, you earn 2 Success Club points. You can also earn 1 Success Club point for Shakeology or any of the performance lines on Home Direct. So Abby said to go back 1 slide. Yeah, there it is. I knew it was there somewhere. Thanks, Abby. So you can earn 1 point for every Shakeology Home Direct sale or performance line sale. But the catch here is that it has to be on Home Direct. So a lot of people, I know I was definitely somebody who, anytime they told me that I was going to be signed up for automatic renewal, that my card was going to be charged for consecutive months when I signed up for something, I was always really leery of that. So you're going to have a lot of pushback from people that are like, all right, I want to just try Shakeology, but I'm not interested in trying Home Direct. Well, there's a couple big pointers that you can give them to really encourage them to just go for it. They're going to save money. A lot of money on shipping. So they're going to save by purchasing Shakeology on Home Direct, depends on what their shipping or taxes and stuff are in their state, but it's close to like $14 to $16. So they're going to pay like $16 for shipping if they're not choosing Home Direct versus $2 in shipping for Home Direct. So it's a really big difference. So they're going to save that amount of money, and you're going to earn the Success Club point. There's no difference in the amount of commission that you'd make on a Shakeology Home Direct sale versus a not Home Direct sale. So that's something that I always encourage people to do. And I'll just make a note in my calendar that says, I'll say to them, I'll follow up with you in 2 to 3 weeks, and we can talk about how you're liking Shakeology, and we can talk about whether you'd like to keep or cancel. And I just always reassure people that, it's easy to cancel in a couple of weeks when I follow up with you, if that's what you choose to do. But you'd be surprised how many people choose to just, they stick with it. So your goal between challenge packs and Shakeology Home Direct is to reach at least 3 new people each month. And that's going to earn you those 5 Success Club points. And this can come in any combination of things. So you could sell 2 challenge packs and 1 Shakeology Home Direct. Most often, you're probably going to be selling like 3 challenge packs, in which case you would earn 6 points. So it doesn't matter how it adds up, but that's how you earn the points. And your goal every month is to hit Success Club 5, and that's how you're going to become a success starter. Your goal over the long term would be to hit Success Club every month. Depending on what your goals are in this business, if you're in this for the long term, Success Club should be a non-negotiable. And even if you're just in this to, make a little bit of extra cash and you don't really necessarily have goals to, make this your full-time focus ever, those Success Club points represent the number of lives that you are changing on the month to month. So it's a pretty powerful thing. So I think we wanted to open up to questions about the vital behaviors, Success Starter, Success Club, and anything really that you guys had questions about that we've gone over so far in the New Coach Academy. You can just unmute, guys, if you have a question. You guys are rock stars. I will say the engagement in this training has been through the roof. I'm sure Natasha and Ashley agree. So I just wanted to thank all of you for the efforts on behalf of all of us that you're putting in, because we know that it's a lot of information and, you're putting a lot of thought into your assignments every day. And there's just a lot of engagement. So thank you. I'm Sarah, by the way, for those of you that don't know me.
And I'm Ashley. We should do some introductions. Let's do some quick introductions and say where you live and maybe what your goal is for this, and no judgment. So my name's Ashley. I am from Pittsburgh, but I moved and now I'm in central Pennsylvania. And my goal is to be a full-time coach, and I'm very, very close to doing that. So stay tuned. Abby, you're next. We'll go across. I think we're all in the same order.
Okay, so can you hear me okay? All right, so I'm Abby, and I used to live in central Pennsylvania, and now I live in Allentown. So actually, that was a little too late. Otherwise, we could have been kitchen buddies. And I am not from either of those places originally. Originally, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. So I am getting to know the Allentown area down here, and I am a teacher at CCA, and I teach 8th grade language arts now. And what else? Was there anything else?
Your goal.
And I am here in my new kitchen. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goals. Thanks. My goals. My goal is to take a chance on something, to do something differently, I guess, for right now. I always like to strive for a little bit more, and it's not that I'm unhappy in my position, but I'm always looking for something exciting. So, and I like to work on myself, and this is doing that. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ricky. I live in Woburn, Massachusetts, just north of Boston, and I hope to eventually be a full-time coach. And my ultimate goal is to just help as many people as I can.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Abby. Jordan, you're next, I think.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan. I live in New Jersey, Toms River. I used to work in Allentown, actually, New Jersey, like 2 years ago. But right now, yeah, we just moved. We were currently in Brick, but now we're in Toms River. And my goal, the reason why I decided to be a coach was for a sense of community. The only other person in my life who really likes fitness is my husband. So I'm just hoping to inspire others and just have a sense of community.
Thank you. Welcome. Gina, you're next.
Okay. Okay. I'm Gina. I'm from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. My goal for this is pretty much just stepping out of my comfort zone and meeting new people. I'm a first-time mom, so I really don't get out much, and I like to work out, and at home is really good for me. So if I can show other people they can do the same and get them involved, that would be my main goal.
Absolutely. Happy to have you. Megan?
Hi, I'm Megan Graham, and this is my oldest, Olivia. We're in Lubbock, Texas, which is out there kind of near the Panhandle in the middle of nowhere. To give you a frame of reference, I'm like 5 hours from Dallas and another 5 hours from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm closer actually to the New Mexico border than like the next major city in Texas. So we're like out there. We actually have tumbleweeds like down our street. So, and I am originally from Pittsburgh, went to college with Ashley. So go Gators. I've got 2 kiddos, and my main goal with this is to be accountable to myself. Just wanting to do the personal development, wanting to do the workouts, and it's so easy, especially with 2 under 2, to make that the very last thing on the list. So this really has helped me kind of make that a priority. And then second goal would be my husband's talking to me. Yeah. And the second goal, don't draw on yourself, please, would be just to, make a little extra money to do fun things with the kiddos. And I guess that's it. She's drawing all over everything, if you guys couldn't tell. Hey, you want to say hi too? Can you say hi to everybody? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Megan. And I want to apologize. All the videos in the training that I did, London is like screaming in the background or making guest appearances. So I apologize. Natasha.
Hi, I'm Natasha. I am from, where am I from? I don't know. Carlisle, Pennsylvania, so South Central Pennsylvania. I get my main goal is to be able to coach full time. So I've set a goal for that by the end of the school year, because I currently work with Ashley and did work with Sarah, and I have a feeling one left and the other one I think is leaving soon. So my goal is to be out of there by the end of the school year as well. And I have I'm laughing, Megan, at you because I have a 3.5-year-old who constantly likes to sit here and scribble in my notebooks. So I'm with you. I think that's all.
All right. And Jillian.
Hi, my name is Jillian. Can you hear me? Okay, just making sure. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, just north of the city, actually. I became a stepmom last year to 2 wonderful kids, but let me just tell you, one of them's a teenager, so you guys are all going to have to come to me for advice one day. It's been an adventure. One thing I've really learned about myself is that I throw myself into things 100% of the time, and I really started feeling like, oh, I'm doing so much for everybody else, like I need to do something for me. So Ashley Firth was my coach, and I joke all the time, like, saved my sanity. So I'm just hoping to really get like a sense of community out of this, and really I need kind of accountability partners. I feel like in the past that hasn't always worked, but I feel like now I'm going to put myself out there, like I'm coaching you, so I have to do it. So those are my goals, just to keep myself accountable and everybody that I'm helping.
That's awesome. We're so happy to have you. And yeah, there's no better accountability than being a coach. So you'll get that. And I think Ashley had to leave to go take care of her baby. So that's all we have for you guys. It was great seeing you guys and hearing you. And we'll do this again next Tuesday to just give you some final tips. And that's the day that our training officially ends. So it ends, and then we have our final call, and then we're always available to you. You can come to any of us with your questions. If you don't have any questions, you guys are free to go and enjoy your evening. And if you do have questions, you can hang around and you can ask us. But thank you so much for joining. We loved seeing you and hearing you.
Bye.